Hey guys, Thunder E here, and welcome to our review of Spectre, the latest Bond movie in the Bond franchise. Now, this is the fourth movie for Daniel Craig. Started off with, of course, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and now Spectre. So the fourth movie in the franchise. Now, this review is going to be a spoiler-filled review, but the first 2 minutes or so will be no spoilers. So if you don't want to get spoiled, you can stop after 2 minutes. But the first 2 minutes, I'm going to just talk plainly about the movie. So the movie stars Daniel Craig, Christoph Waltz, and those are the two main characters here. Now, in terms of how this movie stands among the other Bond movies, especially in the Daniel Craig era, it actually fits very well. A lot of the story here is tied into a lot of the things that happened in the previous movies. But if you haven't watched those, you can still follow because they do lead you on pretty well to understand what's going on here. Now, that being said, though, in terms of the things I really liked about this movie, of course, Daniel Craig as James Bond, he does a fantastic job as it, and you can see his character grow in this. And I think even in the Daniel Craig era, Bond has grown over time. You get to understand some of his nuances and also the way he is, his womanizing, all those things all together. You really see them come out in this movie. The action sequences is really nice. They're great. The gadgetry was limited in a sense, but they were well placed. This franchise, this series of Bond has really put an emphasis on less gadgetry and more Bond, physicality. Christopher Waltz was really good as the villain. Also, Batista, who was also in this, was also good as a villain. I like the pacing in this movie. Yes, the movie is long, but the pacing was more suspenseful, so to speak. Bond got into some moments where I really thought, for some reason, I thought Bond would die, which is weird. It's a Bond movie. He doesn't die. But it really felt that way. Some scenes just really, you're like, wow. I mean, it's getting to that point where you felt for Bond. So I like that they pushed the character to a limit. I love the fact that, the way the story actually interacted with the whole Bond franchise as a whole was pretty cool because you saw little nods and hints to other Bond movies in terms of characters and also in terms of scenes. If you watch the Bond franchise, you would definitely love this movie. Now, overall, I thought the movie was really good. It was well paced. It ties everything together from all the way from Casino Royale. Really sets it up for a good sequel. You can take Bond in any direction now, which is really cool because a lot of things have been tied up in terms of loose ends. So I like that about this movie. Action sequences were really good. The fight with Batista, that was really intense because you could see Batista really shine his physicality in that movie, in that part. So I really like that. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. Definitely will see it again. Now, let's talk some spoilers. Some things that I noticed because I'm a Bond fan. I've been watching the Bond movies and I just recently watched them again in succession all the way from Dr. No. And the one thing you notice with this movie series is the fact that especially with this movie here, Spectre, is that, you're bringing back an old Bond villain. And, they said, well, it's not really the same villain. Well, Christopher Waltz plays Blofeld, his main villain in the first couple of movies with, James Bond. So it's something that you see quite clearly. And also the way some of the characters are. So Batista, the way Batista is portrayed, he's kind of like Oddjob. If you remember Oddjob, and a little bit of Jaws too, combined into that, because Jaws was bigger and larger figure, but it pretty much is kind of like that. They had a scene in the Spectre meeting where there's a Russian lady talking. It reminded me of the Russian lady in From Russia with Love. There's a black guy who was talking about some other things, business things the Spectre does. It reminded me of hinted and reminded me of Mr. Big. So all those things, all these different elements of Bond really came out there. Even the Rolls Royce, was the same Rolls Royce in, Goldfinger, you know. So those kind of things you just technically see, but like it felt like little nods, but also felt like it was placed in this story. Like to me, what I say is that this whole storyline for Daniel Craig's James Bond is almost a pseudo prequel to Doctor No, in a sense, because to me, I saw the birthing of Bond after Original M died in Skyfall. He became his own person, you know, it almost felt like, you know, him walking and talking to a new M was the same time he met M for the first time he knew M in Doctor No, and also again. The storyline and the way things are attached with Blofeld is kind of like combined and amalgamated into one in this movie. You know, it was really good. I liked the way they really did things. I really enjoyed it. There were times in the movie where I felt like, you know, Bond could die. Not that he was going to die, but I thought he could die, which Bond doesn't die. So, I mean, it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I definitely say you should go watch it. If you're a Bond fan, you definitely will like it because there's so many little sweet little nuggets here and there that you find. It's almost like a homage to almost every single Bond movie. You can pick out things from, you know, Roger Moore movie, Timothy Dalton movie, Sean Connery Bond movie. There's like little nuggets all around. So I really liked that about this movie. But overall, it was a definitely great movie to watch. I definitely would recommend it. I will see it again. So that's it, guys. You have any questions, any comments, or you want to add some stuff to it? If you liked it, if you didn't, let me know. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.